of fun and hope everybody gets better. My goodness. The whole house was so quiet, for all were asleep. And Roy sent me a picture of the blanket and his pillow on their bed that I gave him last night. That looks good. Okay, since everybody bailed on us, we've got rolls to eat, some fried chicken. Okay. Can you be any more annoying? And hello, Momma O fans, and today is Sunday morning. And I'm heading out to church, and then we will see who will come for Sunday dinner. I don't think anybody can make it but Amanda, so we're just going to go out to Amanda's house. And let's see what today brings. Oh, and the Sunday message for today is, I will not deny the Christ. We are kind of in a situation today where we need to stand. We need to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. That's a country song. But will you deny Christ? Are you going to stand for good? Right now, there's a pretty definite line between good and evil. You can see it really well. Usually there's that gray in between where you can't quite tell, but there's a definite line. And are you going to take a stand and say, I will not deny Christ? Christ is our brother. He died for us. He died for you and me. He didn't just die for a few of us. He died for everybody so that we could be resurrected, so that we could come back home. And here we are living in this world, on this earth. There's lots of earths all over. There's lots of worlds, and we're being put to the test. Yeah, so this is the question you want to ask yourself. Will I deny Christ, or will I stand up for him and follow his example and live the way Christ did, the way Jesus did? There's that line. Which one you going to do? So that's the Sunday message for today. Let's see how today goes. Let's see what today brings. We're going to go to Rochelle's, but she says that a couple of kids aren't feeling well. I said, okay. And we're going to go to Davey's, but he said, a couple of the kids aren't feeling well and his throat's kind of scratchy. So we were going to go to Johnny's, and he says, oh, he hasn't been feeling well for a couple of days, so you better not come over. And then we were going to go to Amanda's, but she's got vertigo. She woke up with vertigo this morning, and hopefully she can get that fixed. She's had that before, and it's horrible if anybody's had vertigo before. But luckily her husband's there, so he can help her and watch the kids. So it's just me and Papa O. Today we're going to eat dinner, just us two. And then we're going to have movie night. We're going to watch this movie called An American Christmas Carol with Henry Winkler in it. And I've been wanting to watch this. I haven't even opened the movie yet. So we're going to watch that. So that should be a lot of fun, and hope everybody gets better. My goodness. And last night at the party, Jane, she passed out everyone her life story here. Well, that'll be fun to read. Sisters with the matching dresses. Okay, that'll be fun to look through. Cute. She's got pictures of her life. The family, sisters. Here's Judy and Jane, the boob and the brave. The crying one and the not crying one. Dad in the outhouse, sitting and eating dinner, playing dress-ups. We love playing dress-ups. That's me right there. Oh dear, Mama's always making us matching dresses, singing and horses. Oh, and Dad's funeral, we had a horse-drawn carriage for him. That was way cool. And this is my book of remembrance. This picture Mom and Dad when they were younger, probably in their 20s. And they had 15 children, for those of you that don't know. The twin boys died, the last two. And my mom wrote this poem called The Choice. Oh, and here we all are as adults. Roy, Brent, Chris, starting from right to left. Roy, Brent, Chris, Sherry, Catherine, Stan, Judy, Jane, Connie, Slade, Brett, Ben, Lisa. And James and John would be over there. And I'm going to read this to you. We were going to read it last night, but nobody had it. So I will read it to you. Oh, I got to show you James and John. Here they are. This is our family tree, and there's James and John, two little redheads. They were buried in the same casket. One lived 12 hours and one lived 24. They were just too young to make it, and they didn't know how to save them back then. Okay, I'm going to read this poem called The Choice. A rich man one day asked the Bueller family with 15 children, "Can you give one to me? I'd give $1 million to last you the rest of your life. You see, we have no family, just me and the wife. Our rooms are so empty and so quiet and cold. We'd like some laughter and sunshine before we grow old. Such a tempting offer, we'd often been poor. Some money would surely keep the wolf from the door. The rest of the 14 could have everything, a new house, dresses, all money could bring. We said we'd have to give it a thought. To what he asked, kids can be bought. So together we went, me and my man, up to the house to survey the clan. The whole house was so quiet, for all were asleep. So we went to the room of our firstborn to peek, trying to find a valid reason to part with our first love when he was so pleasing. How could we choose Roy, so strong and so tall, setting the example for the eyes of all? And what of Brett, so cheerful and merry? We'd miss his jokes and Red Harry. The hogs would starve and really cuss if we sent that boy away from us. The third son of the big three, such a high-standard man of God as he. This one called Chris, we'd miss so. No, never could we let him go. Shy, sweet Sherry, our first daughter. She has always done things like she oughter. Such a fine worker with love to spare. No, we could not let go of our share. Well, what about Kathleen, our future nurse, and other mother? Things could get worse, for she's always there to lend a hand, to cook or clean for the whole band. I shook my head no, and turned aside from her bed. To part with her, I'd have to be dead. Then we walked quietly to watch our Rosie, sleeping fair, blonde beauty with long hair's curls heaping. Without her in the home the sunshine would go. Her Pollyanna sparkle, we love her so. So we went slowly up the stairs where our little ones slept in pairs, Judy and Jane. Our girl twin faces, nothing could ever fill their places. Little Jane's so gentle and quiet and steady. To lead a hand she's always ready. The younger Judy is so great at art and song. Without her singing days would be so long. So we strolled from room to room, trying to still our feeling of gloom. We came upon our dark-haired Connie, so trustful and lovely, her face so bonny. Her childlike voice calls us Ma and Pa. If we tried giving her up, it would be the last straw. Our anchorman of little three, with tears in his eyes, Dad said, "Don't take him from me." Such a few children left to make our choices. We'd better think harder, a lump came to my voice. Maybe kind Brad could be the one. He loves others and would always be fun. He'd do as we say, and those folks would be glad to have such a cheery, blue-eyed fella as Brad. Just then he awoke and looked at us and smiled. I cried and knew we couldn't part with this child. No, nor gentle Ben with his dark sparkling eyes, such joy and content in his little heart lies. The smallest things can make him happy, a truck, a balloon, or specially a puppy. Yes, we needed all of our 3 little sons, not one could we spare with their cars and their guns. Our littlest girl met us at the door for a hug and a kiss and a good night once more. Dad swung her up high, then hugged her tight. We both loved her so, our hearts were so light, for he couldn't give us our dolls with one dimple. For we couldn't give up our doll with one dimple. We could now give our answer, it all seemed so simple. It didn't matter if our house seemed too small, it didn't matter if their beds were wall to wall. It didn't matter if we had fancy fruits and meat. All that counted was our family to be complete. Although numbers 14 and 15, little twin sons James and John, are now in heaven, those little hearts are gone. We know that one day we'll see them again. This feeling in our hearts keeps us content until then. So down the stairs we went to call those folks on the phone to tell them there wasn't one to spare from this home. Tomorrow we'd all go out to work, even in bad weather. Such a good feeling to all do it together. Such power we had, all help push cars out of the snow, or all do chores, or all go to the show. Yes, it's fun to have such a big family, even though the branches are drooping from our family tree. Oh my goodness. And Roy sent me a picture of the blanket and his pillow on their bed that I gave him last night. That looks good. And here's Roy laying on the bed with the blanket on there. I think they love it. Okay, since everybody bailed on us, we've got rolls to eat, some fried chicken, gravy, fruit cup, and mashed taters. And ice cream roll. But that will be good. Hopefully everyone will get feeling better. When the weather changes like this, when it goes to so cold as it is, it's bound to happen. Okay, it looks like Papa's ready for dinner.
Okay.
Can you be any more annoying? Okay,
Well,
don't do it.
What did you say?
Can you be any more annoying? Yes, you can. Well, let's eat. Okay, time to say our good night. Let's go ahead and close with a couple of quotes.
Okay, the richest man is not he who has the most, but he who needs the most.
Oh, I love that. Laughter is the fireworks of the soul. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Remember to look for that rose, and let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
My fond memories of living home, all the country roads I used to roam, I'll always remember living there, 'cause there's so many things that we've all shared. There's the old gold stove and the bunk beds we slept in. My other sister slept alone while I slept with my twin. My brother